Lori. I know I haven't posted a video in a while, and then I did those different series with Tammy. I just kind of wanted to show you what a session is like. And I have all different kinds of sessions. I have phone sessions, I have video chat sessions. Um, I work with couples, I work with one on one. You know, it's my goal in life to help you get to where you want to be and to get on the right path. More importantly than where you want to be, where you're meant to be, and what's going to lead you to your ultimate destiny and your best eternity. You know, most of you know that I'm going through a real hardship right now, a real hardship. And it just goes to show that, yes, you can manifest. You can, somebody was telling me yesterday, geez, I remember when you could just say something and it would happen. I remember that too. But I also remember hard times. And, I'm looking at my kids and then I see other kids who seem to be, some of us seem to come into this world. We all have blessings. Like I've told you before, I was born with one foot in the spiritual realm and one foot in this world. And my life has felt cursed all my life. I mean, from the sexual abuse as a very small child to the physical and emotional abuse, family matters, sexual assaults, domestic violence, poverty, just complete, utter poverty, no matter what you try to do. I've always been a worker all my life. I've never believed in, um, even when I was young, I didn't have like that mindset of that anybody owed me anything or anything like that. I've always felt that I never felt like the government owes us anything or anybody else. I've always felt that, as a community, we should help each other out. And that's how I've always lived my life. Right or wrong, that's what I believe. I believe in God. I wasn't saved back then. I am now. Praise God. Thank God for that. But that doesn't mean, you have some Joel Osteens out there and other ministers like that say, you come to Jesus and life is wonderful. Well, that's not necessarily true. Spiritually, yes, it is. You can find peace in situations where other people are freaking out and they wonder where you got your peace. That's what Jesus is about. It's not necessarily about, getting what you want here. Although that you can, and he promises never to leave you. But we all have our hardships, whether it's losing someone you love, or struggling financially, or struggling with health, and like I was saying, some people seem to be born into this world blessed. They have parents that are, together or stable or, and they're able to have the blessings of a good education and move right through high school into college and move right on to a degree and that sort of thing. My kids, between my health and my struggles, have not had that opportunity. And now, yes, they are working hard too. They're doing their own. They're self-employed. They got the same mindset. Their father's self-employed. I'm self-employed. Um, but they've been given a really hard start, just like I was. So, my son was saying last night, he's so worried, 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 and he should be. We've got a lot going on. My health is horrible. Um, right now, we're in between homes. Work got delayed because the car broke down and then it just broke down again. I got it fixed, it just broke down again. And it's going to be a pretty expensive fix. I don't know how much until I talk to the mechanic today. But like I told him, we got to find the blessings. God says to be grateful in all things, not for all things. He doesn't say be grateful for your hardships, but in all things. And we need to, faith and fear cannot exist in the same space. So if you're going through a hard time today, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't want to talk about my hard time necessarily, but I'll refer back to it just to just to kind of get my point across. Don't give up on manifesting. Don't give up on the good life, but don't get too comfortable here because eternity is what really matters. And here we're just here for, in relatively speaking, for a very minute amount of time. Now, that doesn't mean to not strive for what you want, or, if you have everything you want, that you're bad, nothing like that. But we're all going to hit hard times one time or another, whether it be financially, health-wise, losing a loved one, divorce, um, somebody betraying you. We're all going to deal with that kind of stuff, all of us. So it's a matter of having faith through the hard times. Sometimes it's really hard to do that, but that's what I want to talk about today. By the way, it's a gorgeous day in New Hampshire. If you look around, there's still snow on the ground. I don't know. That's on the deck of my friend's house. We got a major snowstorm. It's still chilly out. It's not really warm, but it's a lot warmer than it was. So anyway, I'll be right back with you. I want to talk about faith. And today, just so you know, because I have to, honestly, realistically, I have to live in this world. I need to get a place to stay for myself and my family, my grandchildren. If you know of anybody that has a place, let me know, please. We're just a family trying to get by. I don't want to screw anybody over. If I could buy a property, this is my dream. I would love to come into enough money to buy a piece of land, build those little houses on it, and let people of faith-based people that want to come and want to be a supportive community to each other, each either buy in or rent in or whatever they can do, create our own community and bring it back to the way that I remember it being when, I was telling my friend yesterday, I've given away so many cars and so many people. I think I've given away like 4 cars. They weren't brand new, but they were running and they were inspectable. And I have been given 2 cars, just given, not purchased, just given. Um, when my kids were younger, we always had somebody staying with us because why not? I had the room. And you know what? We made the room. There was all different kinds of things going on. I had a friend of mine who sits crossed over. She used to stay with us all the time. I had a couple come to me one time where they lived far away. They had their own house, but it was all the way up in, I think, like Colebrook or something. And he had a job in Manchester, so he lived with me all week long. He worked third shift, so we shared a bed, but we never slept together. I'd sleep in it at night. He'd sleep in it during the day. And nobody ever gave me rent. That's not what it was about. It was about helping each other. He helped me too. I mean, he did a lot of stuff. He did like the man stuff in the house. But we always had people in and out, always. And it's just amazing now. I just feel like I've hit hard times a couple times in my life, and nobody owes me anything. I understand that, but and I'm so grateful for those of you that have helped me. But I just feel like, I don't know. It seems like recently people have become even colder than they used to be. Um, People that, own their own property and have plenty of room. I'm not saying they owe me anything, but haven't offered anything. And maybe I would have said no anyway. Um, I have the GoFundMe and I asked for like $1, $5, $10 donations. And those of you that have helped, thank you, thank you, thank you. But, and I do the raffles, and it just seems amazing to me that, and I understand everybody's hurting. I get it. I get that. And I understand people that absolutely can't do anything. And I understand that there are people that can and won't. And I understand that there are people that can and do, and I so appreciate that. I don't know. I just wonder about people. The pastor asked me yesterday how my faith was, and I got to tell you, my faith is strong. I don't doubt God for a second. Not even for a second. If anything, I doubt me. But my faith in mankind is not there. Anyway, this is not a downer session. I want to talk about faith. Faith and fear cannot exist in the same space. And I want to tell you how you can help pull yourself up. And we're going to see some miracles start happening now. It's April 3rd today. I want to say we're all going to see miracles in our own right before the end of this month. Mark my words, we will. Just believe. Just continue to believe. Okay. I don't know, maybe you know what I'll do? I'll do a part 2, because not everybody's going to want to watch this introduction and then go on to the next. But if you do, I'll do the part 2. All right? You guys have a great Monday. Remember, hashtag, how can it get any better than this? Keep saying that. Really, the universe will hear you. God will hear you. How can it get any better than this? How can it get any better than this? Let's all make it a great week. All right? Love each other.